with a DVD review. This is a movie that went straight to DVD and Blu-ray. I was asked to review it by a very good friend of mine, another movie reviewer actually. He does a very good blog. I'll post a link to some of his blog, you should really check him out. He asked me to review this movie. It's a movie called In the Blood and stars Gina Carano. Not to mention Danny Trejo's in it for a very short period of time. I was asked to review it by him, and I have to admit I wasn't looking forward to watching this. That's mainly because of Gina Carano. I know it's quite harsh to say this. I see her first of all in the film Fast and Furious 6. And I wasn't too impressed with her. Some fantastic fighting, some really good fighting from a young lady, but I mean she's an ex-MMA fighter. You expect her to be there for that amazing fighting, but I wasn't too impressed with what she brought to her character at Fast and Furious 6. This movie, however, it starts off and it's very slow. It's very slow. But the story is it's about a couple, ex-drug addicts that get together. They don't really know their past, but they help get each other clean. They get married. The man's from a very rich, wealthy family, and you hear a bit about Gina's character's backstory, about her dad taught her to fight because he was an outlaw, and taught her how to look after herself and not to trust anyone, and had to be a pretty kick-ass bitch, pretty much. Well, they get married and they go on their honeymoon out to one of the Caribbean islands. And whilst out there, they get in a bit of a fight with a local nutcase, a local gangster in a bar. And obviously that's the first time her husband sees Gina actually kick some ass. She's very brutal. Some of the fighting in this movie is great. It's great to see this type of fighting done. Some great choreography, some wide angle shots. It looks like it is cut down. It's not very long filming. They're cut down in smaller takes, but very good, very done well. It was great directing, great cinematography for the fight scenes. When they get in a fight, they go back to their hotel, or their little hut that they're staying in. And the next day, a local takes them out to go on a zip wire. Whilst on a zip wire, they have an accident and the husband falls from the zip wire. Don't want to give too much away, but basically he goes missing. He doesn't turn up at the hospital. So Gina goes on a one-woman mission to find her husband. There's a lot of movies out there like this. I recently reviewed John Wick, and it is one of them one-person mission movies where one person goes at nothing to get what they want and find the truth. It's a lot like them type of movies, like Equalizer, like Next, like John Wick. But there's a massive change in this. We have a female protagonist. I love that. I think it's a great idea. There's so many of these men, ex-Marines, ex-SAS, ex-American Navy SEALs, that go out and kick a load of ass. This is a woman doing it this time, and it's great to see. She is badass. I wouldn't like to get in a fight with her. I wouldn't like to go on a date with her. She would literally kill me. She'd kick my ass everywhere. This woman, some of the fighting moves, some of the takedowns, you can see the fighting stance and the way she fights is from the octagon. It's the type of moves are MMA moves, but they come across very harsh, very brutal moves. And the great choreography, the directing of this movie, I enjoyed very well. It seems there's a lot of filmed with mobile phones, there's a lot filmed with handycams, and I kind of like that. That brought a nice atmosphere to this movie. As I said, I think the movie started very slow, and I'm sitting there in the first 20 minutes thinking, I don't like this. This is pretty boring. I'm going to lose interest very quickly. And then from the middle onwards, it heats up into this action-packed thriller with a great storyline, some fantastic script, and some very good acting from Gina. Again, I'm very impressed with the emotion she was putting behind the character. As I said, I actually felt that this was her husband she was looking for. It was so played so well. I mean, I can't even get my words out. I am really surprised that a woman that hasn't come from an acting background, has come from a very just totally different background. She's come from a fighting background. It's not like we're talking about a WWE wrestler here like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who in his wrestling had to do a bit of acting. This is a young lady that hasn't come from an acting background at all, and I think has learned very quickly and has done very well to bring a lot of life to the characters here. I mean, it's worth a watch. The action is very good. If you're an action fan, I think you'll enjoy it. I mean, I'm shocked that it went straight to DVD. I think it would have made a very good cinema movie. Doesn't look like there's going to be a second one. I mean, the way it ends, I'm not going to give anything away. It looks like it's a standalone movie, and again, I like that. Sometimes they go on too much with the trilogies and what happens next. Sometimes you don't need that. Sometimes you just need the story to end. You need it to be a singular story, not told over 3 or 4 times so they can get as much money out of it as they can. You just need it to be a story, and it is that. It's got a good story, it's got a good script, it's got some really good acting in it, which, as I said, I'm really impressed with. And I was really impressed with the director. The shots, the way it's filmed, the choreography, it was actually a really good movie. I would give this movie a solid 7 or 8 out of 10. This is a fun movie to watch. I'd recommend anyone picking it up and watching it. I mean, this DVD actually I brought for under £4, including postage and packaging. Sorry, it's not even a DVD, it's a Blu-ray. It's under £4 for a Blu-ray from Amazon. That is fantastic. You do not find movies like that, apart from your Tesco movies, the Tesco's own, one of the best ones I ever picked up, exclusive to Tesco's, Swamp Shark. Yeah, there's a reason that's exclusive to Tesco's. But I mean, this, for £4, fantastic buy. Really enjoyed the movie, good movie. Well done, Gina. Really impressed, and going to check out your other stuff now and look forward to seeing you in more movies. Thank you very much for the recommendation, Paul. It was a good recommendation, and anyone else, if you've got any recommendations, please send them in. I look forward to reviewing the movies for you. Thank you. Tell me where it is. Tell me where my husband is.